We are only 2 weeks away from the official release of Dragon Ball Sparking Zero in October, and we are all super excited. With each passing month, there are new character reveals, character trailers, everything like that. But there is one big piece missing. That is Dragon Ball GT! So far, there has been literally nothing revealed in terms of Dragon Ball GT characters. In fact, the only thing we saw related to Dragon Ball GT was the initial trailer showing Budokai Tenkaichi 3 having Super Saiyan 4 Goku. So in today's video, we're going to talk about, is GT still possible? And how GT could end up looking like in the roster. In fact, let me know in the comments below, if you could pick 5 Dragon Ball GT characters to officially be in the base roster, who would you choose and why? With all that said and done, let's dive right into things. Getting things out of the way, we know like 90% of people want GT in the game because of Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 is arguably the coolest looking Super Saiyan form, to be honest with y'all. And I think that is a big reason why people want to be able to have GT representation, because Super Saiyan 4 Goku does so many awesome, amazing things in the series. You know, times 10 Kamehameha, his own Dragon Fist, right? Of course, there's also Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, which is one of the just coolest things in Dragon Ball, period, man. If you don't like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, I don't know, man. You might not be a Dragon Ball fan. To be really honest with you, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is great. And then we, of course, also have Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which in the actual series itself did not do a lot, but he played a pivotal role into fusing into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. And on top of that, he does look pretty cool. Still, Super Saiyan 4 in general is just an awesome design, like I said. And they do give him moves that he had from his other forms in GT. Like in Super Saiyan 1, he got the final shine attack, copy-pasted over to Super Saiyan 4, essentially. You know, it looks really cool, though. Now, again, that is just the bare minimum, I think, to at least give some satisfaction to the player base in terms of GT representation, because that is, definitively just the most popular thing from GT. However, there is a lot more of GT that should be represented, at least in my opinion. And if we really expand upon it, there's about 19 slots that I feel like should realistically be a bare minimum of the entire series, if they are not really too restricted in terms of the characters that can actually make it into the game. Now, that would, of course, be Goku in all of his forms, Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, Super Saiyan 1 Vegeta, and Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We would see Pan, Trunks, the Super Saiyan version of Trunks, Baby Vegeta, Super Baby 1, 2, and Grade 8 Baby, Super 17, Sin and Omega Shenron, then Nova Shenron. I think really counting those characters, I feel like those are like the ones that stand out the most. When you think of Dragon Ball GT, I think those are the characters in terms of the entire series that people have been wanting and asking for in Sparking Zero. Maybe a little less of Nova Shenron at the end there, but I think Nova Shenron's cool, and I think besides Omega, he is definitely at least the second most popular of the Shadow Dragons. Maybe Ice as third, right? And maybe you could say I should be there as well, which in case that'd be, again, 20. But I'm going to say 19 for this count. I think that this covers a good chunk of a GT aspect in the game. Now, considering that there are multiple Buu Saga and Cell Saga characters that have still not been officially confirmed or revealed in a trailer, even though we know they're coming, things like Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, things like Perfect Cell, things like the Super Buu forms, right? Ultimate Gohan. A lot of these characters that you think, oh, they've been announced, have not been announced, right? And there's also the fact that OG Dragon Ball was pretty much all but like officially trailer revealed to be in the game, considering the product manager of Bandai Namco literally has stated, like, if I understand correctly, multiple times that like Tao Pai Pai is going to be in the game. Now, we can't say that's 100%, but I think that's a strong, like, at least 90%, man. Like, if Tao Pai Pai OG Dragon Ball is going to be in the game there, that's a lot. So I took a look at, what could be left in Boo Saga and Cell Saga. That's roughly about 22, 25-ish characters that, at a bare minimum will probably be in the game. Furthermore, based off of the end screen and them continuing to still fill in characters from there, whilst it's not like officially confirmed that 164 characters are going to be the final amount of characters in the game. That's the closest thing we have to base off of, so that's what I'm going to use in regards to this video. Hey, Future Minato here. So the whole video was recorded before the Cell Saga trailer was announced and came out. So even though I do say in some parts that there are 49 characters left over, there's actually only 34 characters left over, and we saw the rest of the Cell Saga cast from what we anticipate. So that's one thing to keep in mind when it comes to watching this part of the video. But besides that, everything else is pretty much still on point, so enjoy the rest. There's roughly about 49-ish slots left at the time, again, of this recording, which is on August 9th. So if we consider about 25 characters across the Boo Saga and Cell Saga, then maybe let's say another 10. Let's be nice. OG Dragon Ball maybe gets 10 characters. Then that's about 35 characters. And taking that away, there are still 14 slots that are left over. Now, that's not considering that they are going to include characters such as King Vegeta, right? It looks like in one of the past trailers, there was like a little snippet of Deborah's voice ending up sounding like King Vegeta's voice line. There could be extra things like Grade 8 Bardock. Maybe some of the other Bardock members like Fasha make it in. Maybe we get Super Saiyan Bardock, right? Maybe we get some other like things like, what if they're like, yeah, let's just throw Super Saiyan Broly in here. What if you want Z Broly, right? What if they decide to put movie things? We don't know for sure, right? And movies is probably a whole other topic. I'll make a separate video talking about that. But it's at a point where we're in a dangerous little line right there with the last range of like 14 characters. And that's also if they don't even add more characters. Like, what if they want to add like some other like low tier characters from the Boo Saga, like Yakon? What if they put Yakon in the game? What if they put Bobbity? Bobbity was in BT3, man. That's where it gets a little dangerous here. But again, it is not concrete, and even with about like 12 characters of GT, they could still get a good amount of the basics. Maybe some forms like Baby Vegeta, Super Baby One, Sin Shenron might not initially be in the game. There is the fact that, let's be honest, a DLC, right? Getting into like the last section of the video here, DLC is gonna be a major part of Sparking Zero, whether we like it or not. Literally look at Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 and how long they've kept that game alive through constant DLC packs over the past few years, man. Even like literally this year, like what, 2 months ago, there was a DLC pack in Xenoverse 2. I would be shocked if they brought out this game basically BT4 and don't extend this game's lifespan by literally years, literally a decade if they wanted to, by consistently adding more characters to DLC. We know Dragon Ball Superhero is going to be DLC. We know that Dragon Ball Daima, which, being fair, is not even out yet, it's not even airing, that's DLC. But the fact that they made Superhero DLC, which is still the newest content since Daima technically is not out yet, and it is an existing product that's been out for basically 2 years at this point, it would not shock me if a lot of GT or a lot of movies from Dragon Ball end up being a DLC as well. And the really scary part is if they withhold some of these more popular characters for DLC packs. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, if they're gonna have DLC packs with like kind of unhyped broke characters, the broke is kind of mean, but like unhyped characters like Rage Shenron, or Ice Shenron is a little more unpopular. Rildo is not that popular of a character, right? Or even some of these characters that are in BT3, at the top of my head I can't remember exactly, about. You know, in fact, earlier I was literally talking about characters like me in the game. I didn't even like talk about Oob or, you know, like Goten GT or, you know, other characters that, you know, Oob should honestly be in the game. Jupe should be in the game for sure if they're going to include GT. And, you know, that's even more than 19 slots I was talking about earlier. Man, I can't believe I literally forgot about Oob. I am such a dude. I suck. I actually do suck. But anyways, continuing from there, like these less hype forms, it's gonna be way harder to sell these packs by themselves if they're gonna end up being DLC. So that's where they could really be cheeky and are like, oh, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is not in the base game, but if you get this DLC pack, you get Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, then you get Ice Shenron, then you get Roto on his forms, then you get Super 17, maybe, or something like that. Or they sell a pack like Baby, and it's like, oh, if you get Baby, you know, which, you know, I'm not sure if I would say Baby is the, like, more popular, like, GT villain, but I think Baby is actually relatively popular, like, for a GT villain. I think that a lot of people do like him. What if they, like, hold him and they're like, oh, yeah, if you get this Baby pack, then you get, no, I said Roto already, but Roto, maybe you get Oob, maybe you get the, like, Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 1 base Goku GT, and maybe Super Saiyan 4 Goku is only in the base game, right? They could, you know, if they run it to be, like, actually insane, they could be like, here's GT DLC, just one single pack, you get Gogeta, you get Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and all the GT characters. If they really wanted to be mean. And y'all, look, I'm just gonna say, I would not be entirely surprised if they're like, yeah, GT can't fit the roster, we're focusing on Dragon Ball Super especially now, and Dragon Ball Super took up all the slots that GT would have taken, like, in, you know, comparison to the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 roster, which is unfortunately a real possibility, man. So whilst I do think if they really wanted to make it work, GT could definitely fit the base roster, it's possible they're like, nah, we're gonna just sell it as DLC. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will make us like $1 billion, you know? Sometimes it is just like that, right? You know, another idea that just literally came to my mind right now, full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Maybe it's a thing where, like, if they do include, like, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then unfortunately all the other characters end up being DLC, they could at least maybe even sell, like, full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which is a different form than normal Super Saiyan 4 Goku in a pack, and it's like makes that more enticing. At least, like, you know, Omega Shenron, Baby, I think people will actually like to play those characters. But at the end of the day, we just have to wait and see. We still do have a couple of trailers left. If we're talking about, you know, the amount of stuff that's left over, we still need to get a Buu Saga trailer. We need to get a Cell Saga trailer. But there are, again, 2 months away. We could easily get like 4 trailers, even if they wanted to be nice in that time frame. A lot of people were thinking maybe even this month we'll get 2 trailers. There's also going to be the trailer before the game releases. They said about like a month-ish before the game releases. They're going to reveal the the pre-order character, right? That's a whole other topic in itself. And a lot of people were saying this could be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. It won't be, though. And the reason why is because they said that it's a character that has not been in a Tenkaichi game. And I guess that's really the reason I brought it up, is because a lot of people are still thinking, oh, you know, this pre-order character could just be Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We're fine, guys. But unfortunately, that is not the case. He would have to be in one of the actual 164 character slots. And for all we know, you know, the pre-order character could be counted as that for some reason. Maybe it's just an early unlock. But I'm assuming that pre-order character is going to be a character that's going to be sold separately at a later date. So probably wouldn't actually fit that 164 character slot like kind of thing we're seeing. If that is even, you know, the end number, for all we know, maybe there are more characters and they fit the entirety of GT in there, and they're like, surprise us. They're like, surprise, GT's actually in. We've been hiding it for the past year for no reason except, you know, for hype. Maybe it's a big marketing strategy. I can't say from there, but that is all I have to really say about GT. Again, if you guys want to see GT, let me know in the comments below your most anticipated characters. We'll see. Thanks y'all for watching. If you did enjoy the video, hit a like and, you know, maybe subscribe. I'll be doing tons of Sparking Zero discussion content like this. Of course, that is me, Minatos Flash, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.